When I woke up yesterday, I started editing the video that I filmed last week and was supposed to come out today, and I realized I don't want to post this. There was no substance, no meaning. It was something I just wasn't going to be proud of. And then I thought about why. Why was this video so chaotic? Why didn't I like the content? Why scrap this whole video? And I figured it was just too much. There were too many rigs, too many lenses, too many cameras, no intention to why I was filming. It didn't feel like me. Then I thought about a hike I went on with a few of my friends.
I don't want to answer that question.
For 8 hours, there was no signal, one place, and we talked and connected more than ever before. It got me thinking about restriction, and how sometimes we need restrictions to be able to be more creative, more connected. With no signal, I was forced to connect with myself or with others. When I scrapped that video, I figured, this is what this video should be. The idea that restriction leads to direction, which leads to intention. Okay, so I decided to give myself restrictions for this whole video. In terms of gear, I can only use the camera body and lens that I have on right now, as well as this mic and a magic arm. Today I'm just going to 3 locations with a max amount of 2 hours at each place, and trying to focus on a single subject while I'm at each place. I have to record a talking head at the beginning, the middle, and end of each session, as well as trying to get 4 different types of shots with 3 clips each. A standout, a hero, an opening, and a texture shot. Oh yeah, and I have to finish shooting and editing it tonight because tomorrow I have a wedding and Friday is when this is supposed to come out. So it is currently Wednesday, July 1st at around 9:30, which means we have about 14 hours to try to put this all together. Okay, I'm in Cranford, New Jersey, outside of Track 5 Coffee, and I decided I would do some planning for my work ahead. Right now, I'm in the break between work seasons, and last year I made the mistake of not doing any planning over the break, just so that I'd be able to enjoy my break for what it is. Unfortunately, when I got to the work season, I was just woefully unprepared. I had nothing planned, and it felt like I was just continually catching up and just getting by. This year I wanted to use this break, at least the beginning of this break, to plan how work is going to be into the upcoming work season and front load everything so that I can still enjoy the break that I do have. Okay, so I'm back at the car, and honestly, I think track 5 was a big fat F. I got a lot of work done. I was able to plan a lot of the first half of my work season, which was really, really good. But in terms of the restrictions of this video, I wasn't able to reach the goals that I set for myself. In terms of talking heads, I was only able to get the beginning and now the ending. And in terms of the shot list, I maybe got 1 standout shot, no hero shots, 2 opening shots, and then 2 texture shots. A lot of the things just didn't go my way. I think one of the things I'm learning is that when space is restricted and when space feels more intimate, it makes me feel a little bit more insecure to create and hesitant to film in public. Okay, I think that there's a difference between when restriction becomes guidance and when restriction becomes control. I think restriction becomes control when you're not able to adapt if things just don't go your way. I think the best way to benefit from restriction is to learn how not to do things or how things won't work. That way you're able to figure out how to become better or how to plan better. Right now I'm in Homedale, New Jersey in Bellworks. This is one of my favorite places to do work. It's just a huge community space with different places to study, to eat, to sell. Today there's actually a market and I didn't realize it was going on, and one of my friends was selling their baked goods. So I was able to grab one of them, and I'm actually kind of hyped to do work in this space now. I decided at this location I'd focus on editing this video that I'm recording right now. I figured since I have a limited time constraint, it would be in my best interest to make it a priority. While I was ideating this video, one of the biggest sayings that came into my head was, if you want something done the most efficiently, you give it to the laziest person in the room, because somehow they'll find a way to get it done without exerting the most physical effort. I think on the same accord, if you want to push someone's creativity, you give them the least amount of tools. I think that way they'll have to find a way to be creative. Bellworks is going way better than track 5 was, which is really, really awesome. I was able to get a bit of the first segment done, but not all of it. So hopefully I'll have time tonight to just get everything done. I think that one of the big questions that I noted down was, how would planning affect or ease up on the editing of this video? I think a lot. It helped a lot. The whole intro of this video, I like storyboarded and planned out, and like this is the first time I storyboarded in like forever. So being able to just visually see and plan everything out was really easy to put it onto the timeline. I think these segments after the intro are just a little bit harder because I'm trying to figure out how to segment each of the shots that I'm getting. But once I figure out the first segment, I feel like the second and third segments will just kind of fall into place. I think instead of figuring it out as I go, figuring out before gives me the knowledge of shooting exactly what I need. One of my film teachers in high school used to tell me, shoot more, edit less. So I think getting more shots than I need, or more shots that I might not use, has been really helpful in terms of editing, because now I have more options to figure out how the story can play out. Okay, so I'm here in Edison, New Jersey, in Roosevelt Park for my last location. And I thought that my focus for this location would just be being mindful with myself. I took a short story creative class when I was in college, and one thing that my professor would always tell us was to lock our characters in one single space. This way they would need to confront their feelings with nowhere to escape. I'm learning that when I'm left alone with no place to escape to mentally, either through TikTok or Instagram, I'm forced to figure out how I feel in that moment or in the grand scheme of things. Today was kind of a whirlwind. Restriction leads to direction, leads to intention. Kind of. I feel like it was more fluid than that. Restriction is hard to keep separate from control. At least that's what I've learned for myself. It was hard today to not worry about if I got enough footage or if I'm making any sense, though I feel like that comes with anything that you care about. And that feeling stays there until you care about it enough that you stop to worry. What am I worrying about? That this video is bad? That I look bad? If this is even worth it? What do I hope to get out of this? Is it worth it knowing that?